please like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Joe's Medicine Tarot. Here you will find shamanic tarot check-ins. Please know this is not a personal one-to-one shamanic check-in. This is a general check-in, okay? So you're not going to resonate with everything. Take what you need and leave behind what you don't. Please know I could also be picking up on your energy or on someone's energy who is in your energy. So if it doesn't feel like I'm speaking about you, please switch the energies around. And now, okay, yes, and I would like to say thank you to the medicine keepers of this channel. These are the paid members of this channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. All right, Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom and the guidance of the Most High, or from all the realms, Okay. I hope everyone is safe and well wherever you are in the world. Okay, let's begin. Spirit, what have you got to say this morning? Who needs this message? Who needs this message, Creator? Who needs this message? Okay, first card out is communication. The next card out is alignment. Oh, beautiful. Some sort of communication that you have with somebody else. Maybe you have it with yourself. Maybe someone else has it with you. Divine masculine. Oh, beautiful. That totally makes sense too. Communication, something you say that brings you into alignment with where you are, with who you are, because it is an action that you've done. It is masculine energy, so it is divine masculine. Beautiful. Breakthrough. Oh my gosh. What is this? Egyptian ancestry. Oh. Egyptian ancestry. Strength. Ancestors. All right. So what I'm getting right off the bat, okay, exactly. The card on the bottom of the deck is expansion. You have expanded. Whatever you have done, whoever you have had to confront, whatever you've come through a kind of expansion. Because you've had to communicate something that has brought you into alignment more with you. It's an action card, therefore it is a divinely masculine because it's brought you into alignment. It is an action you've taken that has served your higher purpose. And the astral realm, the cards are saying that this is a breakthrough. You have a breakthrough. Not only is this a breakthrough, but what you have aligned with is with your Egyptian ancestry. You've aligned with your strength, and you have aligned with your ancestors. We've got ancestors twice here, Egyptian ancestry and ancestors. Holy smoke. I'm just seeing a key lock that not only stretches back to like several generations into your ancestry, but all the way also, but not just several generations back, but also all the way back into your Egyptian ancestry. And in truth, we all have Egyptian ancestry. All of us come from Egypt. Look it up. Look it up, baby. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the whole world comes from Egypt. Everybody was African, even the rednecks. I just gotta say that. Okay, beautiful cards. Beautiful, beautiful cards. You know, we can't be hard on the rednecks. They're just a group of people that have truly forgotten who they are and bought into some sort of a racist power schema in order to recover themselves. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Creator, can we please have some clarification on this most powerful reading? Holy smoke. Holy smoke. You are the tower. That's what this reading is going to be called. You are the tower. Holy smoke, Queen of Swords. Holy smoke. This is the card underlying the entire reading. Oh my gosh. What happened? Whose head do you have in your hands? Holy smoke, you guys. Whew. Okay. Whose head have you got in your hands? I have a feeling it is a family member because of the Hierophant in reverse here. Okay, so the Four of Swords in reverse. Looking something up really quick. Okay. So in your, holy smoke, your communication was not a communication of rest. It was a communication of prudence. So wisdom. Wisdom is not only knowledge, it is putting knowledge into action. And that's what we're seeing here is the divine masculine. So whatever you've communicated here, you have put something into motion. You have set something into motion, some sort of a wheel. The action you took to communicate something to someone has put something into motion for you in your life. Very prudent, very wise words. Whatever you said, you're unwilling to take risks at this point in your journey. You are unwilling to deviate from where you are going, from your focus, from keeping your eyes off the summit, and you're keeping your eyes on the summit. You are not allowing yourself to be distracted, to allow anybody to take your eyes off the summit. You're keeping your eyes on the summit. This is only symbolic. Whatever obstacle you are going up against or going through, you have victory over this because of your will, because of what you've said that has brought yourself into alignment, and you freaking well mean it. You mean it. The Queen of Swords overlying the entire reading. You've defeated somebody. You have defeated someone. Holy smoke. Okay, so with this communication and with the alignment comes in a new strength, a new force that has rushed into your life, into your body, into your life, into your soul, like a quickening energy. Something, a new force rushing in. You know, nature abhors a vacuum. So whenever we have, yes, okay, that's it. You've gone through some kind of a catharsis. You've emptied out. You've released. You've got, with this communication, not only was there boundaries spoken, but there was some kind of a catharsis. If this hasn't happened yet, it is going to happen. You're going to release some sort of a truth that is going to empty you out, allowing for the new entering of energy. As old energy pours out, new energy rushes in because you are aligned. Whatever you say to somebody else that makes a boundary, that communicates very clearly, so a new energy rushing in. This is divine masculine energy. You are acting upon from your own divine masculine and speaking up for yourself, making boundaries, saying, hell no, I'm not going backwards. I am going the way that I am meant to go, and I don't give a shit if anybody wants to disagree, then disagree. That is your right. You know, you don't have to agree with me. I don't have to agree with you, but if we can at least make room for each other's perspectives at the table. Not everybody can do that, but a master can. And this is how I see you is in mastery. You're not asking to be right. You're just telling the truth, and that's what gives you the Queen of Swords. You're not asking to be right. Someone that has to be right is not acting in their strength. They are acting in their weakness. But you're not asking to be right. You are just, I'm just seeing stands with a fist from the movie Dances with Wolves. You are standing with a fist. You are standing with a fist. You are standing, don't fuck with me. Anyone else want to fuck with me too? Bring it on. And I'm seeing the universe honoring your stand. I'm seeing stands with a fist. Oh, stands with a fist. Holy shit, you guys. This is intense. Absolutely. So that's what I'm seeing with the divine masculine is you standing with a fist. Stands with a fist. Demonstrating your strength and your wisdom. Very acute insight. Laser sharp, acute insight. You have an incredible amount of grace and dexterity. It's like you can do mental gymnastics around this person. Whoever this person is, they feel like they haven't even been born yet when it comes to talking to you. They haven't even been born yet. You, the way I'm feeling about you and the kind of wisdom you carry, you have been through situations and challenges that would have other people pissing in their pants. I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. So I'm feeling within whatever's going on here, you're getting an inkling of who the fuck you are. You're getting an inkling of who you are. And you're not willing to back down. You're not willing to compromise. You're not willing to settle. You're not willing to settle. Not when it comes to you. I'm feeling like you have waited for yourself for decades. And you're not waiting anymore. You're not waiting anymore. You're not making yourself wait anymore. So yes, the dexterity and grace you have, I'm feeling this breakthrough has to do with a family dynamic that has no longer power over you. I'm feeling like you have confronted the final level of authority, the final, almost like removed the last tendril of power. Removed the last tendril, the last line, the last tendril of power from this family. It's either a family system or a system that feels like a family, a system maybe you've been entrenched in, I'm feeling like this is a family or something very close to a family that you have had a relationship with for a long time, that maybe felt entrenched in and meshed with. And over the years, you've been slowly, quietly, subtly disentangling yourself. Almost like I'm seeing you doing it slowly so that you're not really detected. And from the other people around you, their psyches are so loud and so gross that they won't hear the subtle vibrations of your disentanglement. And I feel like you know this. I feel like you have a certain level of knowing of what your advantage is when you're dealing with a certain level of people that feel like family. They know you, but you also know them. I'm feeling like you're dealing with people that have looked down at you through a sense of haughtiness and arrogance. As if you, these people have seduced themselves with their own power, with their own addiction to power. That's more like it. And you've seen these people clearly all the way through, but because these people are so addicted and deceived by their own arrogance, they think that you will never figure them out. And I'm feeling like you figured them out a long time ago. You just were figuring out how to, almost like you're aware you're in the midst of reptiles, blood-sucking, reptilian, carnivorous reptiles, figuring out how the hell you're going to get away from these people while keeping yourself intact. And that's what I'm seeing. Is you have a breakthrough because of something. It's not, and I'm feeling this is not only a one and done. I'm feeling like this has been an ongoing process. It's been an ongoing process of disentangling. The disentanglement went from being unnoticeable to now it's noticeable. Now they can see it, they can feel it. They're fighting against you. They're calling you wrong. They're calling you even selfish and self-absorbed, blah, blah, blah. That's what the tribe will do. The tribe will always attack you for your freedom. And then they will shame you. Well, great. Good for you. Well, what the hell about me? What about me? And you're like, what about you? You got to do your own work, man. That's how I got here. I did my own work. No one carried me out of the tribe. I carried myself out on my own 2 freaking feet. Okay, and I'm feeling whoever you're dealing with are people that are so enmeshed within this systemic mind frame, the systemic mainstream thinking. I don't think there is chance of liberation. I don't think these people have the strength. Oh, I'm just hearing a scripture from the Old Testament. It is better to stay under the bondage of Egypt. Interesting, Egyptian ancestry. It is better to stay under the bondage of Egypt than to die out in the desert. So Egypt in the Old Testament is just symbolizing a system of power that people can plug into instead of developing their own power. And of course, systems of power will prevent the individual from becoming an individual. Okay? That's the way it is, man. Systems of power today even will sabotage the growth of the individual for the sake of the collective growth. That's the way it is. And you will never get the collective to stop. The collective is deaf, dumb, and blind as a collective. Like Carl Jung said, there is nothing lower than the group mind. You will never, ever, ever get the group to awaken and stop. The only way is you to unplug and empower yourself and become an individual. Because the system is like a great big machine that is run by billions and billions of people. That some are awake and some aren't awake. Most of them aren't awake. Okay, that was weird. Okay, 20 minutes in. So whatever's happened, you have a breakthrough over some sort of a family system and you're taking your power back. It's not even that you're taking your power back. They didn't take your power from you. Okay? You relinquished your power. You basically put your power down, which empowered these people. You didn't give them your power. Let's be clear about power here. You can't give anyone your power. All you can do is sit on your hands and not articulate yourself. That's when you disempower yourself. You don't give your power to the other person. You just disempower yourself. But you're not doing that anymore. So it's not that you've taken your power back, it's that you've empowered yourself. Nobody can ever take your power. Let me be clear about that. It might feel like that when somebody corners you and bullies you in a situation that you don't have the language to untangle yourself from. You feel disempowered, but they didn't take your power. Your power is right there. You just have to develop the language to articulate what the fuck is going on. When you can articulate and be clear about the dynamics that's just happened to you, you are empowered. And when you communicate this to whoever came at you and tried to bully you or corner you or whatever, look out. Look out. Because they're not going to see you coming. So that's it. This is some sort of a system. You having a breakthrough opens you back into your Egyptian ancestry, connects you, opens the door, opens the way for you to connect with your ancient ancestry. Egyptian, authentic power. Oh, I'm seeing the Eye of Ra. I'm seeing the Eye of Ra. The Eye of Ra. Beautiful. Your Egyptian ancestry is helping you pour out illusions, and this is what's going to be happening after this breakthrough, is you coming into further clarity. You coming into further clarity. Beautiful. More clear. Having more trust with yourself. More being able to lean on what is rightfully you. You clearing out and leaning on what is more rightfully you adds fuel to your strength, to your sovereign strength, to your authentic strength, what is authentically you, how you are authentically strong. Not from your strength to lean on others, but for your strength to know yourself, to lean on yourself, to stand on your own 2 feet and speak from a place of authenticity. As soon as you do that, you are sovereign. We're sovereign. This strength also is what you get from a very powerful connection to your inner world. Very powerful connection to your inner world. Beautiful. And the Tower in reverse with your ancestors. Oh, do I pull that card? I think I will. Okay. So I'm pulling an Egyptian oracle card, but before I do, I want to touch on this blasted tower in reverse. Somebody is going back to a sense of continued oppression. I'm feeling like you gave somebody a sense of relief from their inner oppression when they could feed off of you. Like you propped people up around you within this family system. You propped people up, people that didn't know how to do their own didn't know how to do their own work, didn't want to do their own work. They wanted to lean on you. They wanted to be dependent on you. They wanted to blame you. And now that you have stood up and said what you have said, which has cut the head off of I'm seeing you cutting the head off a serpent here. Even though this is a human head, there's some sort of a serpent, reptilian energy that comes with this Queen of Swords energy with this reading here. Very reptilian, unawakened. This is symbolic to the reptile mind. Let's look that up really quick, just so I can be clear on this. The reptilian mind is the oldest part of the brain, encompassing the brain stem and the basal ganglia. It's associated with basic survival instincts like breathing, heart rate, body temperature, as well as ingrained behaviors and procedural memory. So that I'm seeing is more focused on the survival aspect. So whoever you were dealing with was very survival oriented. And when I see reptilian brain and reptilian mind, when I feel that energy in the reading, I'm seeing somebody that lives within the first 3 chakras of their body. So what that tells me is they're subterranean. They live in the underworld and they don't even know it. They live inside the earth. And they probably don't even know it. They're walking around on the earth thinking they're totally free. Sure, they're free to walk around and move around, but they're not aware of the irons around their mind. The irons of survival. The irons of Chronos. Bound to time. They have not yet entered into Kairos. Kairos is what transcends time. Albert Einstein proved this in his theory of relativity, that time is relative. Okay, so there's some sort of a Kairos experience in the theory of relativity also too. I love science, man, and I love physics. Loved it. When I took it when I was in school, it was one of my favorite courses. Okay, so Someone's going back to a continued oppression because they have not transcended their reptilian mind. They have not gone beyond the first 3 chakras of their body, of their experience, of their human experience, of their living experience. They're very survival oriented. They're very crude. I'm seeing somebody very crude. Like, okay, before Helen Keller was taught by her teacher. Helen Keller was a lady who was a real person. She was deaf and blind. She lived in a world of her own. She lived in the hills. She was unteachable. She was almost like a wild person. And it wasn't until, who was her teacher? Helen Keller's teacher. It wasn't until her teacher, Anne Sullivan. Anne Sullivan was Helen Keller's teacher that taught her, that had to slowly teach her, like, this is a rock and this is water and this is this. Helen Keller could not connect the dots because she had never been taught how to read the world. She just lived in her own world. She was deaf and she was also blind, so she was completely cut off from the world. She couldn't hear people, she couldn't see people, she could feel, but she hadn't learned how to rein that sense in, how to refine the sense. Okay, and this is what I'm seeing with this person who's in reptilian mind. They're like deaf and blind. They have not yet learned how to rein in their feeling sense. Even though I feel this person can see and they can hear, but they are as senseless as Helen Keller was. That's what I'm feeling about this person. When Anne Sullivan came in and began to teach her, and when the light went on and Helen Keller, oh my God, she got it. The moment she got it, which is like, oh my God, are you saying that this is a rock? And this is water, and this is this, and is that what you're saying to me? And the teacher's like, yes, that's what I'm saying. And that's when everything went into order for her. And I think she was a teenager. If you can see the movie Helen Keller, it is a very powerful movie. She was a mystic also too. So her book, the story of her is incredible. Anyway, but that's what I'm seeing here. Whoever you're dealing with has the capacity to be very, very enlightened, but they just have to do the work. But I'm feeling there is a great sense of laziness here. So the card that flew out of the Egyptian Gods Oracle deck that I was shuffling, getting ready to pull a card out of, is the card of devastation. This flew right out of the deck and landed on the floor, face up and upright. So devastation, Amut. This is number 30. Amut. You can pause that and read that on your own if you want to. God of hell and the afterlife. Hybrid figure of a lion, crocodile, and hippopotamus, which devours the souls and hearts of those who made mistakes in life. Excessive pride, presumption, greed, eagerness for conquest. Amut represents the consequences of past mistakes. You may have to face a drastic change with the elimination of the lifestyle you were used to, or a crisis with your partner, or a painful breakup with the consequent collapse of your defenses. But everything can be resolved if you reflect as soon as possible on the solution to bring about a positive change. You can give rise to a totally new recovery, change your perspective, and take up new positions. I feel like this card is for who you were dealing with. I'm feeling that you have moved beyond That is your reward, is you. Yeah, you are the reward. And whoever this is can follow you if they choose to, but they have to do the work. And I feel like they have been very, very lazy. They've never really had to. Like, this is a person that is, for whatever reason, was enabled to be lazy. And they had never really learned. Maybe they did learn some work. Like, they did learn some work, but when it came to really doing your work, they didn't learn. They just didn't learn. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they're not called to. Either way, you are, holy smoke, man. You have released yourself from this person, but I'm feeling that whoever this is, see, you have expanded. You're going through an expansion. And and you can't help this other person. What are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do? This person, whoever they are, they have to do the work for themselves, which means they cannot be looking at you. Maybe it's too late. I don't know. Maybe they're too old. It's too late. They've gone too far. They came too far. They waited too long. I don't know. Either way, we're going to leave this reading here. You are doing very, 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 very well. You know who the hell you are. You have breakthrough. And your work is going to start unfolding under you. Whatever the work you have done to align yourself with your own sense of authenticity is also aligning you with your destiny. So for those of you that are aware of this, that are in tune to this, you obviously have to put in the work, okay? Whatever work is needed toward your destiny, put in that work. If you got to go back to school, do it. If you got to reaching for a specific job, then fill out the resume, write up your resume, fill out the application, whatever it is, but take the actions toward the goals that you want. Destiny doesn't just fall on you. You have to help it along, okay? All right, you have to give it a hand. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Very powerful, a very beautiful breakthrough. You guys are on your way. Okay, you guys, you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next reading.